very good afternoon, friends. My name is Gaurav, and today I am going to deliver a lecturette on the topic of India-Iran relationship. Now, I have divided my topic into three parts. First, I will be talking about history. Then, I will be talking about the present relationship between both the country, and finally, I will conclude by giving the way forward. So, gentlemen, as we know that Iran is a Middle East country which is located in the Persian Gulf. Both the country have started their diplomatic relationship from 1950. We can say that we are having a civilizational relationship and tie with Iran. Talking about the history, then after the independence during the Cold War era, our relationship was suffered because of the Indo-USSR relationship. As we know that time Iran was having a very close tie with United States. After that, Iran was continuously supported Pakistan in all these fields. On the other hand, we know that India is having a very good relationship with the Iraq. This has impeded our further development in our relationship. On the other hand, now gentlemen, we know that Iran was the second largest supplier of crude oil to India. And India is one of the largest foreign investors in Iran's oil and gas industry. In 2003, we have seen the New Delhi Declaration. Both the country are discussing on the starting their bilateral cooperation in various fields. We know the turning point of our relationship in 2019 when our Prime Minister Narendra Modi historic visit to Tehran. Many MOU have been signed between both the countries in various infrastructural related projects. We have seen the Chabahar Port Project Phase 1, and then we have seen the trilateral agreement, that is the International Transit and Transport Corridor, which connect the Afghanistan, Iran and India, according to which India has to build a railway project from Chabahar to the Zaidan, and from which will further connect to Zeranj of Afghanistan to the we can say Dilaram through a highway. Apart from that, we have seen India has given $8 million for the infrastructure related project. Unfortunately, gentlemen, in 2018 we have seen that USA put a sanction on Iran and walked out of the nuclear deal. It's adversely affect our relationship. We know that this USA put pressure on India not to import oil from the Iran. And unfortunately, in 2019, India ceased import oil from Iran. As a result, what happened? Iran publicly criticized India and also criticized the revocation of Article 370 on Kashmir, Jammu and Kashmir. In 2020, we have seen that Iran dropped out India from the railway project. On the other hand, we have seen that China took this advantage and stabilized a very good relations with Iran. Both the countries have signed $400 billion strategic partnership on the field of infrastructure, connectivity and power project, that is energy sector. I can say that India has failed to make its commitment on infrastructural project on various countries like Nepal, Bhutan, Sri Lanka, Myanmar, Iran and other Asian countries. This has really, it is really a matter of concern that today Iran is tilted toward the China, and we know that both Iran and India cannot afford to lose their partnership on each other. As we know that today India is the only waiver of US. That means India can build an infrastructural project in Iran. Now, finally, gentlemen, I will conclude my lecture by saying we know that Iran is a very important strategic partner of India, and the Chabahar port is strategically very important for India, and we cannot lose it. We can counter it. We can counter the Gwadar port of Pakistan, and also we can watch an eye on the Strait of Hormuz. So, gentlemen, for that, first we need that our Indian foreign policy should not be pressurized by any other foreign country, and we also need to make commitment as on priority, and so that we can gain trust and healthy relations with the other country. Thank you very much.
In relation, no one is permanent enemy and no one is permanent friend, but the interest is permanent. So good afternoon friends, as per today's my lecture topic, that is India and Iran relationship. I divided my topic in several steps. First of all, talking about the historical background, then after that the trade and strategy of India and my opinion and way forward. If you're talking about the historical background, then India and Iran have a friendly relationship between them. And in 1979, there is a revolution in Iran. So India is not supporting at that time. India is not supporting that revolution. And after that, in 1990, there is a alliance. There is a Northern Alliance which is working against the Taliban in Afghanistan. So India is supporting this alliance. So you can see that India and they'll have a good relationship between them, and Iran is also support India and UN, and also support in different organization, and always stand beside India. If we're talking about if we're talking about the trade between India and Iran, we can say that there is healthy trade between India and Iran. There is 17 billion trade in 2018 between India and Iran, and India export 5.7 billion to Iran, includes wheat, cereals, and different things, and import the oils. Why India is the second largest importer of oil from Iran? Because Iran export oil to India with a very low prices, and also give lots of discounts like free shipping of oil to India and different things. Now come to the next point. The important thing is that the India is building the Chabahar port over there. As all we know that the Pakistan has become the hurdle to reach India through Pakistan to Afghanistan and also the Central Asia. But right now, after that, India just start building the Chabahar port, and at that, India is also making a road which is connect the Chabahar port to the Afghanistan, Kabul, and also the different countries of that, like Turkmenistan and Iraq, different countries over there. So that boost trade of India, and also that port is also counter the Chinese port, that is Gwadar port, which is made in Pakistan by the China. So that is a very good strategy of India over there, and that helps India to increase the trade. And we also can see that China we can see that most of the Muslim countries is opposing India on the way of 370 obligation, but Iran is never opposed India. And we also know that the president of with Iran is Hassan Rouhani, who come to India and have a healthy talk with our president. So I think it is a good option. But India suffered some problems like the sanction of the Iran. So at that time also they also have a good relation with the Iran, and India is also building a railway over there, railway lines over there. So at last, I just want to say that right now Donald Trump suffer a lot India with the India and Iran relationship. But after that, when the Geo button comes, so I think that India have a good make a good relation with Iran, and Geo button also said that they can lifted the sanction from the Iran, and that helps India's to increase the trade with Iran, and also the participation, and with a good strategy that helps India's to grow the trade and also become a good economy in the world. Thank you very much.